Guys, welcome back again. Today's lecture is about quality of information. So you might be wondering what actually is the information quality. So I'm going to teach you in a very short and shortic way so that you will have your doubts clear by the end of the lesson. So please stay tuned till the end. So what does it mean by quality of information? Quality of information means simply the measure of how suitable, accurate, reliable and useful the information is. The information might be initially collected, or it's refined from the data that we previously had. High quality of information is very essential for the efficient decision making, problem solving and achieving organizational goals. Just taking out an instance, if a managerial person or if a CEO of a company wants to make some kind of big decision, then he won't be directly jumping into the decision. Firstly, he will be analyzing the data that he have received, and then he will analyze the information that its outcome and its further things. Only if the information that he gained or he has obtained from something is truly genuine, and then after he or she can take the respective decision and can move forward. So for the information to be of good quality, there are various types of dimensions. There are intrinsic quality, contextual quality, representational quality and accessibility quality. We will look into them one by one. Let's go into the intrinsic quality. Intrinsic quality is nothing but if the information is good and trustworthy by itself. For example, suppose we got information about a virus named corona. Let's talk about that. It was back in 2020, but now it's almost 2026 and we have a few months left to go from 2025. Simply the information that we obtain from some place is reliable directly. We need not to seek for multiple other medias or any other sources. Then the information is intrinsic quality. For the information to be intrinsic, it also has some kinds of dimension that it should follow. The very first thing is accuracy. If the information is correct and it's free from errors, then it would be intrinsic. Another one dimension would be objectivity. Objective means it should not be based on any personal opinions and it should be completely fair, should not be unbiased, should not be biased. And another one is believability and credibility. Means if information comes from the reliable source. For example, we might be only trusting some kinds of news or news portal in our social medias. Why we would do so? Because we have been following them for a very long period of time and we just believe them, and if it's trusted by everyone, then we might be thinking that this type of media or this type of press only publishes authentic news, then it would be easier for us to believe and capture the news from where they are. And another quality is reputation. Reputation needs to be also considered. If the information is good and it's recognized everywhere based on the expertise that it has, then the information comes under intrinsic quality. Next dimension would be contextual quality. The name itself will be easier for you guys to understand what does it means. Contextual quality. Contextual means if the information depends upon the specific situation or if it's meant for something intended that we really intend, then the information is contextual. So contextual quality is about having the right information in the right form at the right time. Suppose you need to travel to somewhere, so you have a flight around 8:30. You reached airport at 7:35 and then only You waited till 8:30 for a flight, and before 8:25 just you receive the news saying that your flight is cancelled or your flight would be rescheduled to tomorrow. Is this according to the situation? Is the information that they gave you at the right time? That won't be completely at the right time, because you are just receiving your information right just before 5 minutes. If they have informed you earlier, then you might have planned a schedule or your travel journey accordingly. So that might not be based on the context that you really want. So yeah, for the information to be contextual, it should have various dimensions. Yeah, the very first is value added. If the information provides additional value to the user that enhances the decision making or completely removes from the misunderstanding, then it's value added. Another one would be relevancy. If it's only based according to the person's need, suppose the user want only the information about his flight details, not about what happened to aircraft, why didn't it flight, all these things aren't related with him. Only the thing that's related with him is why it's delayed. Then those kinds of things falls under relevancy. Timeliness. If it's up to date or not. I mean, if the information that they are circulating falls under the time ratio or not, it's fall under timeliness. Sorry. Another thing will be completeness. If the information is comprehensive enough to fulfill all the requirements of the task without missing any critical paths, means if it delivers the entire information, it falls under completeness. And another one is appropriate of amount of data. It's also similar to completeness. If the information is fully sufficient so that they need not to look for any other valuable sources to gather the information, then it is, or it falls under contextual quality. Yeah, the next dimension of the information is representational quality. Representation, the name itself has to have a meaning that how the information is presented and understood. The very first point is clarity. The information is easily understood and unambiguous. So if you aren't familiar with the word ambiguous, I'll make you clear. Ambiguous. If a single word have a multiple meanings, then it's called ambiguous. For example, bat. The bat might be one tool that players use to play, and the bat is something animal also, right? So there is a bat. What would you guys understand? You'll be understanding about cricket bat or that creature bat. So for the information should not be ambiguous. It should be clean and clear so that user will understand very easily. Format. If the information that they wanted to circulate is in proper format, it's clear, then it will be very easier for someone to view and take the respective decisions. It's also very, very important. Coherence. Coherence falls under structure. Suppose the first paragraph will be having the brief overview, and the second will be containing the entire data, and third one will be concluding. If it's on the proper structure, then it will be very clean, crystal clear, so that everyone who is looking through that can understand. Compatibility. Compatibility means nothing but if the information from one system that's collected can be integrated or can be used later with another data also, then it falls under compatibility. The fourth dimension is accessibility quality. So accessibility quality is if the information that's made or that's collected is available to the authorized user, then it's called accessibility. Another dimension is access security. If the measures are in place to protect sensitive information, and both of the points are similar, though it's clear that only if the person is authorized, then he or she can view the further information. So accessibility is all about how or when they are authorized, so that they can extract and use those information for their own. So guys, today I talked to you about the 4 dimensions of the information quality. They are intrinsic quality, contextual, representational, and accessibility. I'll summarize once again. Intrinsic is nothing but if the information is trustable, by default it's intrinsic. Contextual, whether the information is relevant according to the context or not. Representational means nothing if how the information is presented and understood by the users. And another one is accessibility, if the information is readily accessible to the authorized users or not, or to whom is the information is to be accessed or is to be given. So it falls under accessibility quality. Thank you guys. I hope you have understood the lecture that I did. If you do have any doubts, then please comment down, or simply you can text me either on the WhatsApp, or I'll keep the link somewhere so that you would be easily available for me to text. So thank you. If you guys really like the video, please hit a like button. Do not forget to comment, and please subscribe. Thank you guys.